What's up, your boy Vaughn? The reaction. In today's video, we have the underground and burger music gang. Oh my god. TikTok's so corny sometimes. Y'all niggas just be saying, y'all niggas just be coming up with new terms and y'all be spamming it. Like it's burger music. Like, dang. Y'all niggas will be some cornballs.
Spanning from artists like Subson, Che, and Nine Vicious, to more divisive acts like Too Slimy and Netspin, all of which are part of a sort of subsection in rap that has been
Too slimy is a meme. I'm pretty sure that nigga's a joke.
steadily growing in popularity over the past few years, effectively gaining themselves the label of an underground artist. But what exactly constitutes an underground artist? Some may argue that some of the artists I mentioned aren't underground, but that's the thing, which is
I, the underground is becoming its own mainstream. Like niggas always debating Osama and that's been not underground no more gang. I don't know. Who cares? I don't care. Like
is that the underground label
you
is
think they mainstream good? Like I was gonna say like they not mainstream because they albums still sell good, but niggas in the mainstream right now, these niggas albums ain't selling good. Besides Kanye and Drake, Kanye sold 100K. When was the last time a fucking nigga sold 100K? Young Thug ain't sell 100K first week on his last album. Like Lil Baby ain't sell 100K first week on his last album. Like he's everybody sells low. Like so.
flexible, with many having conflicting definitions on what it means to be underground. Some may think it's an artist with a certain amount of monthly listeners, while others believe it's someone who's yet to be signed to a major label. Regardless of how you define it, the underground sound as we know it today is the product of the 2016 SoundCloud era. 2016 was an incredible year for music, as I'm sure you guys have heard time and time again online, which also saw the birth of what we now refer to as SoundCloud rappers. Which, as I'm sure most of you know, SoundCloud is a music platform where artists can share and promote their music, which started gaining popularity in the late 2010s and was utilized to bring about a number of rap's biggest stars today. Playboi Carti, Lil Uzi, Lil Yachty, and Denzel Curry, to name a few, all got their start on SoundCloud. All of which were ushering in a new sound that a lot of older fans of rap were not resonating with at all. But fast forward to today, and a lot of those artists from 2016 have made a significant impact on how today's newer artists sound. This is even more evident if you watch any interview that includes any of these underground artists. A good 90% of the time, they all have very similar inspirations.
Inspos. Everybody has inspiration.
I'm very inspired by Kanye, but my shit don't sound like Kanye's at all.
Yeah.
And Lil Uzi, I just feel like for the flow and the melodies.
Are there any like artists at all that you grew up? Not that you sound like them, but it's like, oh man, I kind of pull from what they do here.
Definitely like Uzi.
Most notably, Playboi Carti and Lil Uzi are often brought up in conversation by this newer wave of underground artists.
Yeah, everybody look up all these new underground artists. Look up to them niggas.
As a lot of these underground artists seem to take heavy inspiration, not just sonically, but in aesthetics as well, from the way they dress to the way a lot of them act, and in regards to the way a majority of them sound. From the heavily distorted beats to the oftentimes repetitive mumbly choruses, a lot of these underground artists seem to take a liking to the more grungy rock style of rap. But why is it that people gravitate toward this sound? Because I'd say that it's definitely not for everyone. Show Che or Nine Vicious to your parents and they'd probably look at you like this. I feel like the biggest reason is obviously because it's different. For the same reasons that people were fond of the rappers of the SoundCloud era, I feel like people who are fans of the underground are attracted to the rebellious nature of the music itself. The music you'll find in this community.
Oh, but we gotta chill. We gotta stop the clones like Rain and Law. I ain't gonna lie. I added like one Rain and Law song to my playlist. I ain't gonna lie. He got one song in this whole Rain and Law.
Goes against everything most people think of when they think of rap. It's loud, it's obnoxious, and it demands your attention. It's even hard to define it as just rap, as a lot of these artists are almost leaning more toward electronic music. One thing's for sure though, you aren't going to find that distorted, chaotic, grungy sound in most mainstream artists. At least not to the extent of a lot of these underground artists. It's just not as appealing to a wider audience. yet, which is among one of the reasons why the underground community is such a tight-knit one. It's on a you either get it or you don't kind of basis. Another reason for the appeal could be because people want to be able to say that they were there first. For example, you'll see people selling OG Spotify profiles from before an artist blew up. In order for them to be able to say that they were there from the beginning, the underground community and its artists are able to thrive off of that exclusivity. This artist is special because only you know who they are. There are a number of artists that are big in the underground right now. The initial three I mentioned being some of its major players. Some of my personal favorites are Pretty Fun, 1AM, and Esco Deely. But there's been one artist particularly.
And 1AM, his hype died so fast, man. Like, everybody was talking about that nigga for a couple months, then I know he still dropped music, but like, niggas don't talk about him like that no more.
That has been a big topic of discussion when it comes to underground rap. I'm of course talking about Slayer, a somewhat newer artist that has received a lot of hate recently for what I feel is completely unwarranted reasons. I say somewhat new.
I'm sorry, bro. That one song gang, his album he dropped, it was an EDM album. I'm sorry, gang. That nigga was making, I don't know. That nigga was making Minecraft intro music. That's what they were saying. That's what that shit sounded like to me. I don't know.
Newer because he's been making music since he was 11 years old. But he's only recently found major success since the release of his breakout project, Half-Blood. But like all things that are popular, people online just immediately resort to just hating on it, which is culminated into people referring to Slayer's music as burger music. Burger music essentially refers to
But a nigga got a song called Sloppy Joe. That's how it started.
coworker music, or in simple terms, bad music that a coworker would listen to, you know the kind. But anyways, I genuinely hate this term. Nowadays, people are actual bots when it comes to music discourse. They'll just take some unpopular opinion, copy and paste it into a comment section, and it'll just
Yeah, niggas be hive mind.
spread like wildfire. Nobody can have an original thought when it comes to music anymore. And I guarantee that not a single person that calls his music burger music can actually explain what makes his music bad and have an actual thoughtful reason as to why they don't like his music. This on top of other superficial stuff, like there was a tweet going around saying he has no aura, which I think this took.
I'm sorry, his fits is trash though. I seen some of Slayer fits. His facial expressions look. His facial expressions fried me. Like the nigga just look. I don't know.
Pretty much sums up everything
I could tell he probably a chill ass nigga. Like he look like he just funny as fuck. I don't know.
wrong with that tweet.
When you have people like Too Slimy and Blood who blow up for having absurd music,
Guys, let me see. Like, bro, this picture fry me, gang. This look like a nigga, like, this like a nigga you sit next to at lunch at school and y'all just talk about anime and shit. Like, I just know this nigga watch anime, he know every cartoon, like...
and people like Nine Vicious who blow up off of pure controversy.
Yeah, y'all know that meme, son? It's like, don't play a nigga that got this cut. I know he good at Smash Bros. I know this nigga good at Smash Bros. I know he good at that game.
Someone like Slayer is an anomaly. In a time where good music seems secondary to gimmicks and aesthetic, a lot of people don't like Slayer simply because he doesn't fit in the mold of what they think an underground rapper should be.
It's honestly disappointing to see because he's a very talented guy. His music is a very refreshing take on this newer underground wave. It still has all those chaotic elements while still being listenable. Unlike some of these artists that just throw as many sounds as possible onto a beat and the mix is just horrible. Despite all the negativity being thrown his way though, I think Slayer's done well at not taking these comments to heart and instead letting the music speak for itself, which was on full display when he went on Blackboy Max's Song Wars and won the whole thing. And immediately after this happened, you'd see comments like, wait, this is actually hard. It's so annoying to me how fast people will go from spreading so much negativity to, in the same breath, acting like they were always with it from the jump. Or on the opposite end, where the first thing that comes to mind is the whole Timothy Chalamet thing that happened recently. People are so quick to switch and say they never liked him from the beginning when they were probably sat in the theater watching Dune the day it came out. Totally different medium, but the general concept of the switch up is still the same. But other than that, I'm excited to see what comes out of this newer wave of underground music. I want to say I'm a fan of all the stuff that's come out of it so far, but there are some artists I've discovered while making this video that I do see myself listening to in the future. But besides that, what are your guys' thoughts on the current state of underground music? Do you guys think it's in good hands with its current major players? And what are some of your guys' favorite underground artists? Let me know.
Yeah, make sure to comment, subscribe, and I'm out deuces. Oh, I want to watch a video on Milk I'm Tired. Them white niggas love Milk I'm Tired. Slayer look like a nigga I sit next to at lunch at school. Like, he looked like a nigga I'd be cool with at school. That's basically what I'm trying to say.